30 years ago, 18-year-olds would find it hard to believe that drinking at their age would be illegal. However, many years later, there's still an ongoing debate on whether 18-year-olds should have the legal right to drink. On July 17, 1984, the United States passed the National Minimum Drinking Age Act, which raised the minimum drinking age from 18 to 21. This act has seen much debate since the time it was put in place. Many believe that lowering the drinking age back to 18 would help reduce drinking-related problems, along with protecting many lives and decreasing the amount of secretive underage drinking. This debate has been going on for many years, and as Jessica Pauline explains in her article, Is Lowering the Drinking Age a Good Idea?, it became a bigger issue in 2008 when 130 college presidents came together to suggest that lowering the drinking age to 18 would be beneficial. Because as they see it, having the age set at 21 has only contributed to the problem of underage drinking. In the article, The Debate on Lowering the Drinking Age, author Ruth Streeter quotes John McCardle, president of Middlebury College, as saying, "This law has been a failure. It hasn't reduced or eliminated drinking. It has simply driven it underground, behind closed doors, into the most risky and least manageable of settings." These college presidents who see the problem of underage drinking on their campus every year believe that lowering the age to 18 will help eliminate some of these problems. One of the main arguments for lowering the drinking age is the fact that 18-year-olds are seen as legal adults in this country, so why are they not treated like adults when it comes to this problem as well? The article, Lowering the Drinking Age for Everyone, author Michelle Minton quotes Alaska State Representative Bob Lynn as saying, "Why do we consider 18-year-olds old enough to join the military, to fight and die for our country, but not have a drink with their friends before they ship out or while they're at home on leave? This nation holds 18-year-olds to a standard of responsibility. Upon turning 18, a citizen has the right to vote in an election, serve on a jury, get married, buy cigarettes, among many other things. If they're allowed to make these life choices, why are they not also held responsible enough to drink?" There are many who want to keep the drinking age at 21 because they believe that lowering it would increase alcohol-related accidents. Mothers Against Drunk Driving have been a huge advocate for keeping the age where it is. Executive Director Chuck Hurley states, "The inconvenient truth is that drinking age at 18 would cause more funerals. 900 families a year would have to bury a teenager. It is true that traffic fatalities have decreased by 33% since the age was increased to 21. But other countries saw a similar decrease in the same time that the act was passed, without changing their drinking ages." Minton states, "In Germany, for example, where the drinking age is 16, alcohol-related fatalities decreased by 57% between 1975 and 1990. This could show that there were other factors contributing to the decrease in our country as well. Many believe that the system in place in Europe works much better than the one here in America. Minton states, "It's true that America has a problem with drinking. The rates of alcoholism and teenage drinking are far greater here than in Europe. Most European countries have very little to no restriction on drinking, and almost all countries have a drinking age set at 18 or under, and the only ones that don't are Iceland, and Norway and Finland, where you can drink at 18 but can only purchase at 20. Because of the low restrictions, people in Europe grow up seeing drinking as something they do with their families or enjoy with a meal, while Americans grow up seeing it as an activity that is restricted and is there to be abused. They know that since it's illegal, they must hide it, leading them to consume more alcohol at once, which only increases the risk of drinking. Maybe if the drinking age was lowered, it would decrease the amounts of binge drinking seen in teens in America." Having the drinking age set at 21 has also by no means stopped underage drinking. And as an in-class poll states, almost all of you believe that having the age at 21 is not taken seriously whatsoever in this country. Pauline states, "When you prohibit drinking legally, it only pushes it into places that are uncontrolled." In the article, "Will Increasing Alcohol Availability by Lowering the Minimum Drinking Age Decrease Drinking?" authors Henry Bushler and Tobin Wilson explain that parties are just now being pushed into hard-to-find places, making it hard to enforce this law. This also increases the risk of drinking because teens know what they're partaking in is illegal. So they often refrain from calling for help when a friend is at risk of alcohol poisoning because they are afraid of getting in trouble with the law. If the drinking age was lowered, perhaps people would be more inclined to drink in places that aren't so hard to find, so it could be easier monitored, and people would be less hesitant to call for help when needed. It is impossible to perfectly enforce this law because so many teenagers break it on a daily basis. However, most underage drinking is done between the ages of 18 and 21, so lowering the drinking age would eliminate most of the people committing the crime anyway. The fact is that underage drinking is a problem in our country that will never completely go away. But by lowering the drinking age, it has the potential to help save lives and eliminate some of the problems that come along with underage drinking. If successful, lowering the drinking age could help eliminate deaths by drunk driving and alcohol poisoning. And if this is the case, then the government should seriously take a look at this solution because lowering the drinking age back to 18 has the potential to benefit people in this country.